Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche Latina, celebration of Latin culture in the league. It's become an annual tradition and a very good one. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. Looking at Chicago, they took the win in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. And I don't think... Gibson's checked in for Gasol. Freak comes in for Mirotic, and it's Heinrich in for Rose. So on the floor for Houston. Lawson out there with Thornton. Then it's Smith. Then it's Jones. And it's Capella in at center, locking down the middle. Noah kicks to Heinrich. Shot clock at 6. There's the triple. And it's Freak missing.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
You know, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Bulls trail by 3.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Heinrich dishes to Butler. Bulls moving the ball around. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Butler. Freak's got his first points of the game. There's a minute 34 left to play here in the first. Thornton passes to Jones. Jones sets the pick for Thornton. Knocks down the 3 balls.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Butler kicks to Freak. Here's Gibson, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Terrence Jones. And for most of his career, Taj Gibson has been a tremendous role player up front. He's been extremely steady over 6 full seasons.
And Kevin, he gives you a lot of energy and athleticism when he enters the game. He's got the great length with that 7'4" wingspan. But to me, it's not just about having it. It's about the fact that he utilizes it, and it really allows him to get in there and attack the backboard and contest shots.
Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, you know, talking about Gibson, he started 70 games his first year and made the all-rookie team. But thereafter, had been mostly a 6-man off the bench through last season. It happens, but it's still somewhat unusual for a guy to go backwards like that.
They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Noah kicks to Freak. In the corner, Gibson with it. And Capella sends it back.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Lawson dishes to Thornton. Jones the pass to Thornton. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Seven seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Capella kicks to Smith. 2 on the clock. And the basket by Thornton. Thornton's got 6.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Houston on top, leading by 5. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game he still. It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Joakim Noah's checked in for Gasol. Gibson comes in for Mirotic. Freak's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Brooks. Houston with a big group substitution here. Terrence Jones is checked in for Monty Eunice. Smith comes in for Trevor Ariza. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for James Harden. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. So on the floor for Houston. Down low, it's Jones and Howard together. Thornton out there with Lawson, and it's Smith in at the 3. Butler kicks to Gibson. Here's Rose. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Rose has got 6 points in the quarter.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Jones with the screen on Rose. Lawson drives in, pass to Thornton, lets it go from deep. No luck, and Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And it's Butler missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Passes it to Jones. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Freak kicks to Butler. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on, yet he's made it and made it big.
Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for the Bulls. And so Butler nails both of them. And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much, Greg, a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there. And most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions and finally transferred to a major college and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick. And guys, Dwight Howard's an interesting guy, one of the most physically imposing players in our league, and yet he's known for his lighthearted, almost playful nature.
Free throw good, Howard. And for Howard, his parents raised him to keep a smile on his face and stay upbeat and remain positive. He's done all those things and still competed in the rough and tumble world of pro basketball.
Yeah, and yet some of his peers and contemporaries have gone at him. Durant, for instance, Kobe Bryant called him soft. Byron Scott questioned his desire. Guys go about their work in different manners.
To the middle, Gibson with the steal. And now, in transition, is Heinrich. Here we go. That's good. 8 points for Butler.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Now, Freak.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball.
Josh, you guys see...
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Without question, Trevor Ariza displaying his skills today. And Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Freak comes in for Pau Gasol. Dunleavy's checked in for Butler. And it's Brooks in for Rose. Houston with a big group substitution here. Terrence Jones is checked in for Monty Eunice. Smith comes in for Trevor Ariza. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Lawson in for Patrick Beverly. Freak in at small forward. Brooks is out there with Dunleavy. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Mirotic in at the 4 slot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And there's the feed to Howard. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Howard's got 5 now.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed hoops. They're really looking strong here.
Here's Mirotic. No good from outside. Rockets leading by 18. Thornton with it. Now guarded by Mirotic. Jones, no one around him. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feed.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers. Since halftime, they've seemed disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
Brooks dishes to Freak. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Freak's got 6.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Lawson drives in. Here's Jones, and he goes in for the dunk.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
Nice shot by Brooks.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
To the paint. No good from Howard.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Mirotic has a wide open look. It's rebounded by Houston. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And I know that's a game they'd like to forget. Sort of a tough day for them all the way around.
I don't see any reason they won't be able to rebound from it quickly, though. Quite honestly, I think this is a resilient squad, and they'll bounce back quickly.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Houston on top. They lead. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Portis comes in for Pau Gasol. Freak's checked in for Butler. And it's Dunleavy in for Rose. Houston also making some changes. Capella's checked in, and it's Thornton in for Trevor Ariza. And so in the game for the Rockets. Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Then there's Howard. Then it's Thornton, and it's Capella in at the 4 spot.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Rockets.
It was like watching a 3-point shooting contest tonight here, Clark.
I call them warm-up jump shots. I mean, 3 after 3. It paid off for them in the end.
And so checking out the record for these guys, tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. But I think the next game will be hotly contested.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Harden. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ariza has the open look, cans it from downtown. And the Rockets lead by 21.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight, but we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road win.
Crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort level, I thought, was outstanding, and they just took care of business.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
Hey, that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. James Harden, he had an outstanding third quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the second half.
Ernie, that is the definition of domination. He took them to school tonight in every possible.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille